whether it's making that extra pass, whether it's locking up the best scorer ng kabilang team. It's nice to have a veteran presence like him who's willing to do all those other things.
Yeah, I tend to believe that if you're Malaysia, you definitely studied tape. After the game yesterday, Wui Sang will be a marked man. He scored a total of 20 points yesterday on a 6 out of 7 shooting from the 3. In today's game, still 0. So what does that mean? Stay home. That is the kind of defensive coverage Malaysia is doing against this 38-year-old veteran.
Here we go. We start the third quarter with Grahita getting a steal, a layup attempt, and 2 early shots from the free throw line.
Downright frustrating here. If you're the coach of Malaysia, you're down by 9 points. You stayed a little longer in the locker room trying to find ways to score, but in the first inbound pass, you lose that ball. You force the hottest man in the court to get that steal and a chance for a 2-point shot via the free throw line.
And that free throw brought to you by Smart. Kung ikaw si Abraham Grahita, hahanapin mo yung mga ganung easy shot opportunities, Coach Ryan, coming off turnovers or fast break opportunities.
Oh, quite definitely, because again, the adjustment by the defense would be you also stay home on this man because it's not easy to score 15 points in 20 minutes of action. Out of that 15 points, he scored 2 3-pointers. So, easy points. If you're Grahita, you're the designated scorer, yun ang mga hinahanap-hanap mo. Forced turnovers.
They whistle a foul on Indonesia's Chong attempts to post up Mario Wui Sang.
It's a good basketball play for Malaysia. You attack the defense of Wui Sang, not facing up, but of course he's not going to be comfortable defending a man who's trying to back him down. So how many fouls already for Wui Sang? If I'm not mistaken, that's his second personal foul as validated by our friend Kuya Roy here. So he's playing really tough here because he couldn't get his rhythm. He's in and out the basketball court.
Teo immediately closing out on Grahita, hindi agad na mag-coast to coast. This time uses the Wui Sang screen. They're defending Grahita tighter here in the third quarter.
This is the way to go. Because 15 points, we've talked about how explosive he was in the first 2 quarters. But then again, as soon as we were talking about this guy who's supposed to be a marked man, he stopped on a dime and shot that perimeter jumper.
Showing you offensive versatility.
Yes, that is hard to guard. In between shots, you have to master that. Usually, it's either you go hard for a dribble penetration on the way for an easy layup, or you stop for that set shot and shoot that 3. But if you dribble and stop on a dime and shoot that perimeter jumper, oh, that's really incredible skill set for this man.
Short fade pa dun sa elevation nito si Abraham Grahita. And he ups his total to 18 of Indonesia's 31. Teo comes out to get the ball. Binabantayan siya ni Abraham Grahita. Teo trying to dance with him. No, gives it up. Chong step out of bounds. Against the defense of Mario Wui Sang.
So defense getting tighter here for Indonesia. This is the same kind of defense that they played in the first 10 minutes of play. They only allowed Malaysia to score 6 points.
Wui Sang spots the shooter in the corner. No, Grahita dishes out. Sitorus fires away and hits. 3-point shot brought to you by PLDT Home Fiber. Upgrade to home's most powerful broadband.
Oh, that's huge because that will force the center of Malaysia to spread out and defend him from beyond the white line.
Kung kailan pinag-usapan ba naman natin kanina yung Malaysian big men yung tumitira sa labas. Now it's Indonesia.
Oh, yes.
Oh, look at that. Good stop by Indonesia.
Oh, everything but the basket there. Itong si Chu was so surprised. He was wide open dun sa kanyang layup. And as a result, he missed it.
Kick out. Wui Sang. 3-pointer. Back irons it and Chong with a rebound. Under 8 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Teo probing. Ding, driving, baseline, gets it a go, much needed inside bucket.
Oh, this guy failed to score in the first quarter, but he came in off the bench to score 9 points in the second quarter. And he's not done yet. Easy 2 points for him, the first quarter here in the third quarter for Malaysia.
Second chance opportunities again. And Sitepu puts it back in.
Oh, this guy reminds me really. Halos si Kyle Pascual ang
Yeah.
nakikita ko rito.
That's it. Kanina ko pa iniisip yan eh.
Parang nagulat ako
Sabi
pati
ko may
numero eh.
may naalala ako dito eh. Nothing escapes your watchful eye, Coach Rai. I'm impressed. Color me impressed.
I'm 45, but still 2020.
And look at Dale Coco knock down a three-point shot brought to you by PLDT Home Fiber. Upgrade the home's most powerful broadband.
I think he heard us. He was playing so unselfishly in the first two quarters. The problem was his teammates could not score, and now he's taking upon himself. That was really from the parking lot, if we may say so. Take a look at that. That range, that is Curry-esque.
And as Mark Jackson says, hand down, man down.
You've got no one to blame but you.
Yeah. 36-24. Lamang pa rin ng Indonesia kontra sa Malaysia. Oh, gamble there by Pratama. Leaves the shooter open and makes him pay.
That's disgusting, especially because you tried to gamble, and if you do not get that ball, that will leave your guy open for that three, and thing is just waxing hot here in this ball game. 15 or 14 points across his name.
Pratama probing baseline. Grahita guarded closely by Chung. Sitorus offline that time, but look at who's there to put it back in. Abraham Grahita on fire.
And it is just fundamentals. You are Malaysia, you force that bad shot. You challenge that outside shot, but on the defensive end of things, you try to get that ball by attacking and not doing the fundamental things in basketball. Ang importante kasi dyan, in a rebounding situation, you locate your man, you block out, and that is the only opportunity for you to get that rebound. Not present there in that scheme, and as a result, look at this man, 21 big points, and we're only in the third.
21 of Indonesia's 39. And he's not done. Grahita puts it up. No. Oh, Sitoros bungled the basketball. Tail the save. Malaysia again fighting and scrapping. Yo. Oh, lost the ball there. Grahita looking ahead. Gets it to Mario Wisang to set the table. Oh, Sitepu hard. Take inside and will shoot 2 free throws.
I always like to see big men get that explosive first step. You're supposed to first have that consistent and respectable shot from the outside so that the defense will close out long. But if it does, then you have to have that quickness and that explosion to put the ball down maximum 2 times and try to go for a layup. He failed, but he was fouled on his way. So Sitepu will go to the free throw line again. Gugulat ako rito sa kanyang tira. The usual situation here is pag nagka-post, punas ka muna kasi madulas yung bola.
Immediately. Look at his hands with Dumulas. Airball the first free throw. Pero you were talking about the face-up drive, Coach Rai. Isang player na alala ko na galing sa ganyan.
Sino yan?
Kirby Raimundo.
Oh yes, that first quick move for him. Yung kanyang beginning moves kasi on his first dribble, iwan na yung bantay niya. Yung beginning moves, very important talaga for a basketball player.
Ano, may mystery makikita ko yung 6'7". May mid-range shot, tapos kaya kang i-take off the dribble or post up.
Well, the special situation for that kind of a player is you put him dun sa may elbow.
Yeah.
Because he's got that 15-foot jumper. If you don't close out on him, then he's just going to take that shot. It's going to be banked every single time. But if the defense, again, recovers slow, then make that sweeping catch-and-rip move, and defense will no longer be in front of you.
Na-imagine ko na eh. Yung pag tinatawag mo si Kirby nun, Coach, pinapapo mo, may instructions kang konti eh. Ganun, yung sweep. Flow past the first defender.
It's an isolation move, but of course, the other 4 guys must be able to space that floor in order for that isolation man to have space for his operation.
That time, Prastawa knocking it down. Thanks to that assist from Mario Wisang, like what we mentioned, doing all the other things for Indonesia.
Oh, he's a veteran. He knows the things that are required for his team to win. And look at that. He is not supposed to be the rotator there, but sensing that they're in deep trouble. So he was the one, the smallest man inside the court, trying to defend the biggest man dito sa Malaysia. It was an intelligent foul because instead of giving up 2 easy shots or easy 2 points because of an easy shot, pumaul siya, it's just a baseline out of bounds play.
And I can see another veteran, you know, watching somewhere there, appreciating what Mario Wisang is doing. That's our very own Jimmy Alapag.
Oh, they see eye to eye. Jimmy is not the tallest man inside the basketball court, but his intelligence and, of course, his outside shooting, his ability to shoot accurately from the three served him well, not just in the PBA, but also in international competition.
The entire bench of Malaysia cheering for the first basket of their big man, Chan, finally scoring against the front line of Indonesia.
Oh, he's been trying, but most of the time, especially in the first 2 quarters, all his shots were swatted away. That's why he really deserved that round of applause.
They're defending as a team. Talking about Malaysia. As they force that turnover. Take a look at this, Coach Ryan.
He used his strength there, bulldoze his way, pretty much like bully basketball. That's what we saw in that particular play. He's a frustrated young man. All his shots were foiled, and this time around, he couldn't be denied.
Sigh of relief yun for a player like Chan. Finally, na-scorean ko na rin kayo, and you know, that hopefully picks his confidence up for the next time he has a scoring opportunity.
So at some point, the game is all about pride. You don't want to be a whipping boy from the opening quarter up to the end. At least for one particular action, he was able to score because of his strength.
Look at Corneawan. Athletic wing just couldn't get the shot to fall. Lakudu magsaset ng table. Chan gets him on the switch. He spots Corneawan at the corner. 2 left to shoot. Ball loose. That will leave less than 2 seconds to shoot para sa Indonesia.
And that is going to be a very important possession here, especially if you're defending, because Malaysia is down by 12 points. They did a fantastic job defending in the first 22 and a half. So now they have to complete it.
Sartorius fires. There's a shot clock violation.
Now Malaysia is down by 12 points. There's no such thing as a 12-point shot here. They really have to be very patient. They have enough time. All they need to do is inch in. They should be down at least here at the end of 3 by just 6 to 8 points, and they will have a better opportunity to try to win in the end.
There's Chan again, post up against Firman. Oh, tried to find a cutter. Open shot won't fall. Good box out by Firman. No, but 2 Indonesian frontliners battle for the ball and lose it.
So 14 seconds. Sayang hindi nagkaambuyan yung Indonesia ron. So sensing how important this possession is, Malaysia quickly calls timeout.
Ulat natin lagi sinasabi, when you're trailing, never give up until the final buzzer. It's a 12-point ball game, 42-30.
Big time. 2 things.
Our connections now even stronger. Plan starter.
Sorry. Maybe inbound. We own inside. Okay? Big time. You run, look inside. Okay? Look inside. Yeah? Now, if you run already, 2 things is that look for Yan Yao. Don't, 12 跑，你整天乱跑的。You go, that is the shot. If nothing, 2 things you look at, you got it, 2 things go straight. The long one, maybe the last part. Okay?
Tapi jangan full. Shot, balik kayak ini. Collapse. Just swing it. Full. Bantu. Dia siap sini bantu. Ya, let's go. Yuk guys.
Jimmy Lapag watching with his son, enjoying this action between Indonesia and Malaysia. It's nice to have the next generation of future ballers, enjoying this action of the 2017 Seaba Basketball Championship. Assistant coaches Josh Riz, John Michiko also in attendance. But I am with the three-time BBA Coach of the Year, Coach Ryan Gregorio, calling the action here. And you mentioned Coach Ryan, Malaysia just has to keep doing what they're doing. Fight, scrap, not give up if they want to catch up.
And I always like to have a positive output every time you call a timeout. That is exactly what Malaysia did. 14 seconds in their shot clock. They called the timeout. They inbounded the ball. They shot a three. They made it. They're only down by 9 points. And two good possessions. One is the offensive end. And now they did a good job making a stop. So they're within range. They're within their goal. I set a target for them to be down by 6 points at the end of 3 quarters. And they're definitely in the line wherein they can achieve it.
Chan, oh, look at that. Up and under move. It gets it to go.
He's got confidence oozing all over after he made that first shot. It's a nice basketball play. The last time I saw that kind of a play was when Alvin Patrimonio was still playing for Pure Foods.
Oh, yeah.
Up and under play, you make that fake, you bite, and then you're gone. That is exactly what Chan did to his defender.
He's more patient now, Coach Ryan, when he's working in the low block.
Yes, because he knows how to use his strength. Nawawala sa posisyon yung kanyang defender. He's not in a rush. It's not a vertical leap right away. He's using his timing to score underneath.
And it will be a foul on Tifta Pratama. Look at this, Coach Ryan. Up and under.
Now, two things. In order for you to score there, you've got to have really good footwork for you to make that move and not travel. And once you have that chance to shoot, you have to use your left hand. So it's not enough for you. If you're a natural right-handed man, it's not enough for you to work on your right. Also work on your left. When the situation calls for it, it's going to be easy basket for you.
And also, Malaysia has to stay aggressive and get trips at the line and convert.
And this is the target that we've set. They were down by 15 points at one point, and all we told them was to be down by 6 points. And now look at that. They were able to chip in one more basket. They're only down by 5. Only 2 possessions. They're down, but they're playing so much better here in the third compared to the first 2 quarters that they played.
Baseline jumper wouldn't fall. Malaysia getting the stops. Chance to get within loud shouting distance now.
What is nice is basketball-loving Filipinos will applaud effort. In terms of height, Malaysia is at a huge disadvantage. Being down by 15 points, there is no way for them to win in the first 3 quarters. But look at that. Shot from the outside. But what is nice is they're not playing their home court, but because they are the perceived underdogs, they're getting a lot of cheers from the Filipino fans present here today.
Wala nang isang minuto na titira dito sa ating third quarter. At Malaysia, unti-unti, tinatapya sa kalamangan ng Indonesia. So Depu facing up against Chan. Rahita has been silent here. Lakudo. Teardrop. Won't fall. And a longer Indonesia front line securing that rebound. Nakudu driving left, putting it up, no friendly bounce. Sitepu puts it back and finally gets to the ball.
Now that is important, especially if you're Teo. Somebody is trying to penetrate. You don't want to wait for the help side defender. That time around, the big man had to be the last guy on defense. He stepped out. Now when the point guard missed that shot, wala na ngayong nag-rebound for Malaysia.
3 seconds still, overcooks it. And what a wild and wicked third quarter. And Malaysia within striking distance now. 37-44 against Indonesia. And the next 10 minutes of action promises to be action-packed, so keep it locked in for the fourth quarter. Indonesia, Malaysia here in the 2017 Seaba Championship in Manila. As we take a look at some of the highlights, Kahita started out the third, continuing his scoring tear.